I've talked to a bunch of folks who say these drugs really hurt them and messed up their lives big time. Ozempic can lead to losing bone density. I have a lot of bone loss myself. It's just awful. Hollywood's top stars are disappearing right in front of us. And we're not chatting about their careers slowing down. We're talking about faces you wouldn't even know anymore. Bodies that look way too skinny and changes so huge that fans are really getting worried. Behind every smile on the red carpet and every posed photo on Instagram, there's a scary secret that's spreading through Hollywood like crazy. A medicine for diabetes has turned into a celeb craze that's making big stars look like shadows of who they used to be. But here's the thing nobody's really saying. The scary side effects that have some stars trying hard to fix what they've done to themselves. You're about to find out which celebs have gone all out for the perfect body and why some of them are now dealing with results they never expected. Before we go on, make sure to subscribe to Union Stories so you don't miss any Hollywood news. Number 1. Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler broke Hollywood's rule of keeping quiet when she openly talked about trying a weight loss drug from the pharmacy and the scary stuff that came after. The funny lady's honest posts on social media talked about bad side effects like nausea so bad she couldn't even work, mood changes that messed up her relationships, and stomach problems that needed a doctor's help. My anti-aging doctor just gives it out to anyone. Right. And obviously now I can't say her name. I didn't even know I was on it. But I'm not going to take a diabetic drug like I tried it. Yeah. And I'm not going to do that. You're not going to do it anymore. No, I don't. That's not for me. Handler's truth-telling showed what other celebs try so hard to keep secret. She said it felt like she was poisoning herself just to look good, and she warned her followers about the hidden risks of fast weight loss drugs. Her before and after pics show big changes to her face that she says openly came from what she now calls the worst choice I ever made for my body. What makes Handler's sharing so strong is how she explained the whole recovery part in detail. She said stopping the drug didn't fix the side effects right away, and she's still having stomach troubles and low energy months later. Her story shows that the effects of these drugs might last way longer than celebs think. Number 2. Lizzo. Lizzo, the queen of loving yourself and accepting your body, shocked everyone when paparazzi snapped her, looking totally different at a hotspot in LA lately. The singer, who once told millions of fans to love themselves, just as they are suddenly seem to have, lost a huge amount of weight in way too short a time. I've tried everything. It's just the science for me. Calories in versus calories out. Ozempic works. Social media went nuts when those photos came out. Fans felt let down with one popular comment saying, "So body positivity was just a brand." The change wasn't just about her body, it was about her beliefs too. People close to the singer say she's been dealing with the hate, stuck between her public message and her own fights with Hollywood's crazy standards. What makes this even more talked about is when it happened. Insiders in the industry whisper that pressure from her record label and dropping music streams made her go for big changes. The same lady who taught self-love supposedly turned to the exact thing she used to call out others for doing. But Lizzo's change seems small compared to what's next. Number 3. John Goodman. Hollywood legend. John Goodman had fans really worried when new photos showed a guy they hardly knew. A wise man's life is based around. The United States of America is based on the beloved actor known for his bigger-than-life vibe both on screen and off. Looked skinny and hollow in the face at a private event for the industry. People there said they were shocked by how he looked, with one unnamed guest saying they didn't even know it was him until someone pointed it out. Goodman's change brings up big questions about the pressure even older actors face at his age and with his long career. Why take such a risk for quick weight loss? People close say it wasn't about looking good, but about being desperate. Younger actors were getting parts he used to go for, and his agent supposedly told him to update his look to stay in the game. The scariest part isn't just how different he looks. It's the health scares that came after, according to reports. More than one source says Goodman had bad side effects that sent him to the ER 2 times, even though his team has stayed super quiet about it. Friends are supposedly trying to step in and help, but the harm might already be there. Number 4. Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling has made avoiding questions into an art. I'm someone who since I was 14 years old on some kind of mission to look a certain way. But her recent change is impossible to miss. The writer and actress who used to celebrate her curves now looks totally different, starting lots of guesses about how she did it. In recent chats, she's given fuzzy answers about changing her lifestyle and feeling better, but fans aren't believing it. What's extra suspicious is the timing. People in the industry know that real healthy weight loss takes time. But Kayling's change happened right when she was filming a big project with super strict beauty rules. Coincidence? Her social media from that time shows photos taken at just the right angles and clothes picked to hide her changing look. The real scoop comes from old co-workers who say a totally different Mindy was going on behind the scenes. The confident lady who wrote about loving your flaws was gone, replaced by someone obsessed with how she looked and always checking mirrors. Her change story is more than just about her body. It's about losing the realness that made her famous to begin with. Number 5. Katy Perry. Katy Perry's recent walks on the red carpet have fans looking twice, but not in a good way. The pop star's face looks totally different, with cheeks that are sunk in and a skinny look that's become the sign of quick drug weight loss. Photos from late events show a big difference from her usual bright, full-faced style. Photographers in the industry are quietly talking about what they're calling the Perry problem. How to take nice pictures of a star whose change has made her look older and way less healthy. Makeup people supposedly need more time and stuff to add fullness back to her face that cameras used to catch on their own. The biggest shock comes from staff at venues who saw Perry at private parties. More than one source talked about big mood swings and low energy that meant changing her schedule and taking longer breaks. One person inside says she needed help walking after long events, which makes you wonder what she's doing to her body just to keep up her image. But the real drama starts when we look at her public words versus what we see in photos. Perry hasn't said anything about the guesses, but her changing look tells a story her words never do. Number 6. James Corden. James Corden's big change happened right around when his career was shifting, but his reasons don't quite add up. I've told myself and anyone that would listen that this is it. This is the year I'm going on a diet. I'm going to lose a load of weight. The ex-late-night host says his weight loss came from walking more and eating less, but the timing and how huge the change was points to something way more intense. I mean, I've done every diet under the sun, Gail. I've done them all. I've done shake in the morning, shake in the evening, cabbage soup. Doctors who looked at his change photos say they see clear signs of quick drug help. What makes this so talked about is Corden's past of being open about his weight and body image fights. He made part of his career on jokes about how he looked, so his sudden quiet about this big change feels planned and not honest. Fans who connected to his realness now feel let down by what looks like a made-up story. Old co-workers from his show say he was a totally different guy in his last months. The energetic host who could film for hours was gone, replaced by someone who needed lots of breaks and looked tired from easy stuff. Production. People supposedly had to change filming times to fit his dropping energy, even though none of it was told to the public back then. The worst proof comes from his own social media. A close look at his photos shows big face changes that just don't match normal weight loss ways. His change has all the signs of quick drug help, but he keeps pushing a story that doctors say isn't possible in a real medical way. Number 7. Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson's year of health turned into a lesson in, so is that what a woman has to do in the world is lose weight to get attention? The actress made a whole brand around her weight loss trip, pushing natural ways and lifestyle switches. But reports that dug deep showed a totally different tale. More than one source linked to Wilson's doctors supposedly confirmed she used weight loss drugs, which goes against what she said publicly. The biggest hits came from her own timeline not matching up. Wilson said her change took over a year of hard work, but photo proof shows the biggest shifts happened in just a few months during a time when she stayed out of the spotlight. Doctors, looking at her change photos, saw patterns that match quick drug help instead of the slow lifestyle changes she pushed. What makes this so controversial is how Wilson made money from her wrong story. She started fitness programs, wrote about her natural trip, and took deals based on a story that seems basically not true. Fans who bought her programs and followed her tips were accidentally part of what feels like big false ads. The Australian showbiz world has gotten louder about Wilson's trickery with old co-workers talking about big personality shifts and worrying actions. During her change time, the lady who once celebrated different body types and being real seems to have dropped those ideas completely. Number 8, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's history of changes reads like a medical story about dangerous up-and-down weight stuff. The actor's many big shifts over the years have made health experts really worried, warning about the long bad effects of huge weight swings. His newest change looks like the biggest yet, with people close to Hill talking about worrying behavior changes and health scares. What's extra scary is the pattern. Each time Hill gains weight the normal way, he seems to freak out and go for more and more extreme ways to drop it fast. Insiders in the industry talk about a cycle of drug help followed by weight coming back, making a risky pattern that doctors warn could be deadly. His look at recent events shows clear signs of someone whose body is fighting from repeated big fixes. Family has supposedly tried to step in, worried about Hill's fixation on quick changes and ignoring long-term health risks. Friends say he's become all about looks and weight, always watching and tweaking based on job stress and what people think. The scariest part isn't just the body change, but the mind effect. Hill, who used to be sure of himself and joke about his looks, now seems nervous and uneasy in public. His social media is super picked over now, showing only smart angles and pro photos that hint at someone really unsure about his real look. Number 9. Scott Disick. Scott Disick's recent shows in public have fans really worried about his health and how he's doing. The reality TV guy, once known for looking young and living a party life, now looks way older and skinnier than he really is. Paparazzi pics from late events show sunk-in cheeks and a hollow look that started tons of guesses about what he's doing. What's extra worrying is how fast Disick's change was. People close to the Kardashian family talked about big shifts that happened in just a few months, right when pressure was up to stay important in the family's TV world. His look on recent episodes of their show needed lots of makeup to cover the biggest effects of his change. Family, especially Kourtney Kardashian, are supposedly worried about Disick's health and what he's showing their kids. More than one source talked about tough talks about his look and actions, with family trying to help but not succeeding. The guy who used to be proud of how he looked now seems like a victim of his own. Wish to look perfect. The scariest reports come from friends who talk about personality, shifts, and wild behavior that match his body change. Disick, once fun and outgoing, has supposedly become quiet and nervous, staying away from social spots where people might judge his look. His change is more than body stuff. It's turned into a total mess in his life. Number 10. Jessica Simpson. Jessica. Simpson's strong denials about how she changed have only made people guess more about what's really going on behind closed doors. The singer and business lady's social media posts about hard work and self-control sound empty when you see how fast and big her body changes. Were fitness experts looking at her change timeline say results that would be almost impossible just from natural ways. What makes Simpson's spot so controversial is her past of real talks about weight fights. She used to share true stories about tough times after having a baby and body image stuff, building trust with fans who felt the same as her realness. Her story now feels like breaking that trust, pushing ideas that aren't real for women dealing with the same problems. Behind-the-scenes people talk about a totally different truth than Simpson's public picture. Old staff supposedly saw worrying stuff like obsessing over weight, super strict eating, and mood swings that meant changing schedules. The lady who once celebrated loving your body seems to have gotten lost in chasing a standard that's impossible. The worst proof comes from her own social media numbers. Fans have noted timeline mix-ups and weird gaps in her posts that match times of big body shifts perfectly. Her change photos show clear signs of drug help, but she keeps pushing a story that doctors call misleading and may be risky for her followers. Number 11. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon. Osbourne's open talk about trying weight loss drugs sent big shocks through Hollywood, but her close details on the bad results should scare anyone thinking of the same. The TV personality said she lost control of her weight loss, dropping to a super low weight that made her look bony and feel sick all the time. At one point, I was 230. Osborne's true story includes stuff other celebs try hard to hide. She talked about not being able to eat, constant nausea that messed with her job, and total loss of energy that made it hard to do normal things. Most scarily, she said stopping the drug didn't fix things right away, leaving her fighting to gain weight back and eat normally. What makes Osborne's sharing so strong is how she described the mind effect. She admitted the fast change became something she couldn't stop. Even though it was clearly hurting her health, the drug's way of killing appetite made it impossible to eat like normal, making a risky loop that needed doctor help to stop. Her story shows the dark side of drug weight loss that other celebs won't talk about. Osborne's choice to share the not-so-glam real stuff acts as a warning, but her tale also shows how even pros in celeb world can lose it when chasing fast changes. Her ongoing health fight suggests the effects of these drugs might last longer than anyone knows. Number 12. Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer's short try with weight loss drugs showed maybe the saddest result of Hollywood's craze for changes: how it messes with celebs' ability to be good parents. The funny lady's true sharing that the drug made her too sick to play with her son showed the real price of chasing quick weight loss for work reasons. Schumer's close story of side effects, like bad nausea, tiredness, and mood shifts, painted a picture of someone whose chase for body change cost her the important stuff. Her talk about not being able to hang out with her kid because of drug side effects should wake up other celeb parents thinking of the same. I hate Ozempic. You had a horrible experience with it, right? I have this gene GDF15 which makes you extremely prone to nausea. What makes Schumer's story so strong is her choice to put family first over looks. Unlike other celebs who keep using these drugs even with bad side effects, Schumer stopped the treatment and took her natural body instead of giving up being there for her son. Her pick shows a rare, smart moment in Hollywood's world obsessed with looks. Her push against celeb drug culture has made her a target for pressure from the industry. But Schumer keeps speaking out about the risks she saw up close. Her message to other parents in showbiz is clear. No job gain is worth losing your chance to be there for your kids. Her story shows that the real change celebs need is in what they value, not how they look. Number 13. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey's sharing that she's using weight loss drugs might be the biggest shock and letdown in celeb change culture. The media boss, who built a huge business partly on real talks about weight fights and body love, has now joined the trend she used to call out. Her big reveal has shown the fake side at the center of celeb health world. What makes Oprah's spot so controversial is her past of pushing risky diet stuff while acting like a wise and real voice. For years, she shared her weight battles with fans who trusted her truth, making a brand on being relatable and having real experiences. Her switch to drug help feels like dropping everything she stood for. Reactions from the industry have been quick and harsh. I am a powerful manifester. Critics say Oprah has the money for the safest doctor watch possible. A fancy thing not open to the millions of fans who look to her for advice. Her choice to join Hollywood's drug trend while keeping her spot as a health expert makes a risky, mixed message for people who are easy to hurt. The worst part isn't just her own pick, but how she's shaped the bigger talk about these drugs. Oprah's okay from her has made drug weight loss seem normal in ways doctors warn could lead to lots of wrong use. Her reach to millions who trust her thoughts makes her duty for the results extra big. Number 14. Kourtney Kardashian. Topping our list is Kourtney Kardashian, whose secret change shows the biggest fake in celeb health culture. The reality star who made her brand on natural health, real living, and true wellness has had a big body shift that goes against everything she pushes publicly. Her vague answers to straight questions and super planned social media hint at someone hiding a secret that could ruin her trust. What makes Kourtney's situation the worst is how she makes money from her health brand while maybe doing the exact things she calls bad. Her lifestyle business sells pricey natural pills and organic stuff to fans wanting real health fixes, making any lie about her own ways extra hurtful to her buyers' trust and money investment. The proof against her natural change claims is huge. Doctors looking at her photos see shifts that match drug help. While the timing of her change lines up weirdly with times she was less in public, her family giving different answers to questions about her ways, hints at fights inside about keeping the lie going. Insiders in the industry talk about growing stress in the Kardashian family about Kourtney's way. Sources say other family are worried about the difference between her public brand and private pics, especially how it hits the family's whole trust. Her change isn't just personal lying, but maybe cheating fans who trust her health know-how. The worst part is how Kourtney's lie affects people who are hurting and looking for real health fixes. Her power reaches millions dealing with body image and health stuff, making her duty to be honest extra important. Her secret change and dodging answers hint at someone who knows the truth would wreck everything she's made. What you've seen isn't just wanting to look good gone bad. It's a big health emergency that Hollywood is trying hard to cover up. Behind every red carpet smile and every posed Instagram photo, there's a risky truth that's spreading through showbiz like a sickness. These aren't just single cases of celebs picking wrong. They're signs of a world that puts looks over life. The drug companies making these meds never meant them for looks. But Hollywood's power has turned diabetes fixes into beauty tools. The real price isn't just money. Though celebs are said to pay thousands a month for treatments, it's the long health bad effects that doctors are just starting to get. ERs in Beverly Hills and Manhattan are seeing more celebs coming in for bad side effects. Even though secret deals keep these visits quiet, plastic surgeons say there's a rush in fixes for pharma face, the skinny old look that fast weight loss makes. The business that promised staying young forever is now rushing to fix the harm its fixations caused. The saddest part of these tales is how they could have been stopped. Each of these celebs had real doctor help and stuff that could have let them reach goals safely. Instead, they picked quick ways that led to fits, forever body damage, and mind breakdowns. Maybe most key, these stories show the big lie in the middle of celeb weight loss world. The perfect before and after pics hide ER trips, health harm that lasts, and mind pain that can stick around for years after the cameras turn off. Subscribe for more shocking celebrity secrets that Hollywood doesn't want you to.